How difficult do you think it's been for him, Jolyon, with all the changes he's had in front of him? He's constantly having to manage his games with different centre-back pairings in front of him.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult because they're not the similar styles in players. The transition of player and also the style that he's seen in the game. Obviously, he would have played with Rio and been there when building up from the back wasn't really a thing. Now all of a sudden the keepers are expected to do things that they probably hasn't been brought up doing, especially someone from his age group and that generation. So the transition he's had to withstand would have been tough, but he's world class. He's been world class from the time he's arrived, and I know we spoke, Rio touched on him potentially signing a new contract, and I don't know where they could go wrong if they don't tie him down again for a long period of time.
Do you think that's what the fans will want? Is he still one of the very best?
Well, I think he needs a lot of credit because he's been an ever-present for many, many years. And like I said, he touched the great generation. He won trophies. And so he knows what the club used to be. And he sort of marshalled it in this difficult period. You know, they picked up a few Europa League, FA Cup, won a few trophies. And he's always been there, you know. But where he's been the captain and been one of the main players in the team, he has to take the brunt of everything on the front. Like David de Gea he's had criticism in that period of time he's been. He's always stood up, you know, puffed his chest out, come out, spoke to the media, and played. It's hard to play for a club like Manchester United for as long as that. In a good period with the pressure, in a bad period when it seems like, you know, the fans were going mad. There was a lot of media scrutiny, and he's always stood up to that. And he's always. You know, he's been very calm and influence on the team, so he's been a mainstay. So he's coming up to 500 games. You know, is it imperative Manchester United go and buy a better goalkeeper than him? There's probably other areas of the pitch they need to deal with first. So another contract, and he performed again tonight. Last 5 minutes, he come and made a few saves.
Yeah, I would give him a contract. I think his character speaks a lot, because he's had times where he got taken out of the team for Dean Henderson, etc., questioned his quality. Even when he first came to the club, there were people saying, is he the right... Because he was so young, maybe he's not the right guy. Always comes through. The only thing that you have to say is, we can all say he's a very good goalkeeper. We look at Mendy at Chelsea. Was fantastic. One of the best goalkeepers in the world, people were saying, last season and the season before. A manager wants to play a different style of football. It's all down to the way Erik ten Hag wants to play football. If he wants to play out from the back, like he did with Ajax, it's all about someone who's actually better with their feet, and that's probably the biggest strength in their game. And David de Gea, that's not his biggest strength. He's good enough, I think, with his feet, but his biggest strength is shot stopping. That's what he's there. But some managers have gone away from wanting that part to be their strongest part. It's about their feet first. So that's the conundrum we have to work out.
Do you think Ten Hag's going to be looking elsewhere?
I don't know. It's very difficult to see.
I don't think he should.
Yeah, I don't think he should.
I don't think he should. But I don't think it's that easy to replace someone with that much. Yes, that's in a club, like we touched on. He's touching on 500 games, good and bad periods, and knows what it's like to have the pressure of playing for Man United, captain Man United, and said it's not going to be cheap to replace him. And no one that comes in is guaranteed to have a successful period as he has.
And it's not glaring, is it? Like, it's not like he can't play the ball at the back. He can play out the back. He can build up. You know, he's not at the top level of doing that, but he's fantastic goalkeeper. So I think he deserves a contract, and he's one of them. If you're a Manchester United manager, right, I can worry about other areas of the pitch to build this team. No, David de Gea, not a problem.